My last video showed that contributing to my research project is pretty simple. If you haven't seen it, go check out my video called Contributor Walkthrough. However, it left out the most interesting part of the project. Your single comment can contribute to the development of the research in multiple ways without you doing really any extra work other than a bit of light reading and checking off a couple boxes. So what this video is going to do is describe those pathways that you can choose from. We'll talk about research archives, social media output, enduring consent, and anonymization. All very sexy topics, I know, so buckle up. When it comes to contribution, we find ourselves at a fork in the road with 4 paths, 2 forks, a double fork. Anyway, each pathway gives you a different option for how your ideas and thoughts may influence the outcomes of this project. I'll describe these from lowest to highest level of involvement. Path 1. When you submit a comment to my form, you consent to it contributing to my analysis. What this means is I will reflect on your comment while I'm trying to make sense of hundreds of pages of diary entries. It may point me in a direction that I haven't actually thought of while I'm reviewing all of my diaries, and so it functions much like having a conversation about my research. For Path 2, you get to contribute to future research. So along with consenting to Pathway 1, which is the analysis and having your comment being fully anonymized, you would also contribute to something called a research archive that I'm actually putting together all these materials for from the whole project. What is a research archive? Basically, it's like a secure library of research materials. Future researchers can learn from our community. This provides an opportunity to influence research beyond this project. In Path 3, you consent to Path 1 and to your comment potentially being referenced in future social media videos. The conversation can carry on and open up to a much broader community. The form is entirely anonymous, so no one will ever know that you said that comment, but your comment then is open to being part of a much larger discussion on self-efficacy. And also, that's why I have that little demographic question that asks, are you a performing artist or a regular artist or a researcher? Because then, even though I don't know you, it can kind of feel like, oh, this fellow researcher said this, or this fellow artist said this. And it kind of keeps the community feeling a little bit closer. The final pathway is consent to all pathways: analysis, social media, and research archive. You choose the whole package. All these options should be spelled out really clearly in the form that I have either linked in my bio or in the description of various videos. It should be written pretty clearly so that you feel good about what it is that you're wanting to contribute to. Now just know that if you decide, check, I want to be part of the research archive, or check, I want to be part of future social media videos, just know that you are agreeing to something called enduring consent. Contributing to the analysis of Path 1 means that your comment will be seen by me and my team and will be destroyed after 10 years. Enduring consent for Paths 2 through 4 means that your comment is accessible online in some capacity as long as the archive or media account exists. You can't take it back, and I can't notify you when and how the comment will be engaged with. However, no matter what pathway you choose, the form keeps your identity anonymous, and I will replace any names and places you mention with pseudonyms. What's most important is that you choose a contributor pathway that you are most comfortable with, and just by submitting a comment, whether that be level 1 or that be level 4, you're helping me out in this project so much because you're expanding the conversation on self-efficacy, which is the whole point of this. That's all for now on my self-efficacy journey as an artist, researcher, and teacher.